Hey, welcome back to the 5-Minute Strategist. So yesterday I was having a chat with my friend about something that Alex Hormozi is doing. Now, whether you like Alex or not, I think we can agree he is a prolific content creator. He's incredibly strategic. He's known for the hustle. He's known for the grind. He spits out content that the algorithms love. And so if you follow him, you tend to see a lot of things. So I was a little surprised to hear that there was an event or a workshop or something happening that I had heard nothing about. And it got me to thinking that even people with the somewhat legendary reach of an Alex Hormozi can struggle to get in front of eyeballs. Our competition is no longer just the person who does the same thing we do in a similar way. We are instead competing for the very limited attention span of our target audience in a market where the sheer volume of other businesses offering similar services are competing for those same eyeballs. I want you to just think about when you scrolled social media this morning. How many ads did you scroll past? How many people's posts did you actually stop and read? And the more AI comes into the mix, the more content people are able to create means that we have to work even harder to stand out. So we need to understand very clearly what differentiates us and how do we talk about that so that we can stand out. And it's not often that we step back and maybe do this kind of like branding thought process. But in order to figure out what makes us different, we need to deep dive into the things about us that are unique and then think about how we're leveraging them. The goal here is to show our potential customers why they should work with us versus anyone else. And in a service-based business, this can be even harder because you're not comparing two products and you like the scent of one and not the scent of the other. You're potentially comparing two coaches who might offer very similar services with very similar outcomes. So how do you pick between those two coaches? What are you looking at? Are you looking at their experience? Are you looking at their methodology? Are you looking at the format of their service? Are you looking at them as a person? You need to give your potential clients a reason to pick you. And I want to be clear, this is not about you going, okay, I'm going to be different for different sake. I'm going to zag when everyone's zigging just so that I can stand out. That is short-term thinking. What we want to do instead is figure out what makes us unique, our core values, and then match those with the needs and values of the people we're trying to sell to. This is going to help us create that memorable brand that resonates with our people, specifically the people who are meant to work with us, that gets them engaged in us and our brand and our business, and then stays with us for the long term. So how do you get them to choose you? Well, personal stories is a fabulous way to differentiate yourself. They add a human element. Your audience can connect with you. They feel less intimidated about working with you. You become more relatable, but it also makes you memorable. Think about when you go to a cocktail party and someone tells a great story. The next thing you want to do is just go and tell someone else this amazing, great story because it's stuck with you. So sharing your journey, whether it's things that excite you or things that you're struggling with, can really create that emotional connection. Personal stories as a whole help you appear more authentic and trustworthy over maybe a competitor who's focused more on a generic selling point or outcome. The second thing you can think about is how can you highlight the expertise that you have? So you heard like niche till it hurts, niche down, niche down. One of the things I want you to think about for niching is I want you to picture it as a Venn diagram of the thing you do and the people you do it for. If the thing you do is already super niche, you don't have to niche as much on who you do it for because that overlap is already kind of small. If the people that you work with is super niched down, what you do for them doesn't need to be as niched down. So we get really caught up in trying to niche what we do and who we do it for into the teeniest, tiniest little bucket. I would focus on niching one or the other and then showcasing how that makes you different, how deep your knowledge is in the thing that you do or the people that you serve. And that's going to make you a clear choice for your people. But above all, remember that differentiation is not just about being different for the sake of it. It's about how can you show up as you in a way that deeply resonates with who you're trying to sell to. It's about you showing what makes you and your business unique, and therefore the obvious choice. So what is your differentiation strategy for your offers, for your business, for yourself?